Hey everybody. I'm just trying to make this video to document a little bit of my progress using the simulator. Uh, I've been wanting to build my own drone. I do have some parts on order, and for the most part, I think they're all in. However, I don't even want to try to build it because I think that I'll just try to send it, and I just don't think that's a good idea. So I think I need to have a little bit more practice on the simulator. So the very first thing I did order was a controller, which is the TX12. Um, and so I got that in, and I got the simulator. So I kind of got that set up, and it says I do have about 8.5 hours on the sim. I don't think that's accurate. I think I have about 5. I think it's just kind of been sit there idle with the game open for some time. So I wish I would have recorded my first flight. It's just terrible. It was terrible. But I have seen some improvement, and so I just decided to make this video. So if any of you guys have any tips on how I can get a little bit better or how I can improve, that'd be awesome. But I have seen some videos out there and showing what I can do in the sim to help me uh, become a better drone pilot. So I have this open now, and I just kind of wanted to show how liftoff works a little bit. What I have been doing is I've been doing just the free flight, and I kind of modified one of the drones in there to kind of resemble the drone that I will be building. It's going to be a 5-inch drone. I'm trying to run 6S batteries, and honestly, I don't have all the specs, but I'll be trying to maybe I'll make a video on the specs a little bit later. Uh, but I've just been going into the straw field with my drone here. And like I said, definitely seen some improvements, but I'm just not the best at it. And I think I like the straw field because there's less obstacles. Like there's less things that I could hit, but at the same time there's a bunch of trees and stuff that I can go through and kind of whiz around. And so, yeah, I think I've just been trying to work on trying to keep everything horizon and level. And also just trying to stay very close to the ground. When I first started, I would be super high, just flying around like this, just trying to understand the controls. I did have to invert a couple of them. I don't know if the ones that I inverted was, I don't know, just think people are different. So I don't know if me inverting them, I'm a little bit odd. I don't know. I'm not sure. However, man, I feel very good about flying. I have tried some of the racing tracks, and I'm terrible at them. So I think I just need a little bit more practice here in free mode, just kind of doing what I want to do, fly around a little bit, go under some trees, maybe use the power poles as guides. Like, I've been trying to do that. And I don't know, I kind of found myself just, it's kind of like drifting. Find myself just kind of drifting around trees and things like that, but I feel okay. I feel okay about it. But I know I need to get a lot more practice in the simulator before I actually go out because I don't want to crash on the first time. But I know it's gonna happen. And so I think I have a lot of the parts. I think I have everything. Well, no, I don't have everything I need. The only thing that I think I'm missing are the batteries. So I think I'll be getting those batteries in. I just have to maybe get some money for them and then purchase those. But in the meantime, I think I can get started on building it, but I don't want to build it quite yet. So I'm gonna try to go through this barn. Oh, it's okay. When I first started the game, I didn't even think of going through that barn, like at all, because the first few times I tried it, it didn't work out at all. But just like a couple hours of messing around and practice, trying to understand the controls has really helped me out. So I don't know, like if you guys have any tips that I could try or suggest, and I'm happy to hear it. I do know that I kind of have to align myself a little bit. So that's one thing I want to try to improve, is maybe not going to the other side of the straw field. Maybe just trying to send it. But then I can't align myself, you know, so it's one of the things I'll be trying to do. And I just I like to try to stay level with the horizon too. It just looks a lot smoother. I've been trying to, I think, orbit, that's what they call it. So I try to orbit around this tree. And I kind of like that. Like I was definitely not able to do that when I first started. So, like I said, I see a lot of improvements. And I had God mode enabled when I first started, so I'd, you know, even if I crashed, I'd be able to just flip the drone over and continue on. But I did disable that, de-enable that. I don't have that enabled anymore, because I know when I do get the drone, or when I do build it and start flying, there's no God mode at all on that. So I'm trying to make it as realistic as I could. And I don't think I'll be doing any kind of freestyling. I just want to get some really cool shots. I want to get a GoPro and then also strap that on top of the drone. Or I'm not going to do any flying. Another thing I need to work on is landing. I'm not a very good lander, and that's one of the things I didn't practice a lot, because I didn't even think about it. But I know if I get like a landing pad, which is, I don't know how big they are, maybe like 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 feet, I don't think I'll be able to land that. I need a launching pad that's like 40 by 40 feet. So one of the things I could practice is landing, and I think I have a lot of momentum when I try to fly and land in. So if I try to do a quick 180, that should kind of slow me down, and then I could land. So I think I'm gonna try that real quick. That was okay. But every time I land, I don't want to break anything. If I practice it in the sim, I think that would be pretty good. Let's do a quick orbit, quick clockwise orbit. I have noticed myself that I tend to, if I do orbits, I do them counterclockwise around things. That's where I feel the best, is doing them counterclockwise. But I need to not do that and just practice orbits and turns in different directions instead of the ones that I'm most comfortable with. That way I could be more well crafted when it comes to doing things, because let's try to go through this more. Nice. It's a little messy. For the most part, I feel pretty good. But anyways, I'm gonna just continue to document. You guys have suggestions, let me know, man. I just want to fly smooth. And I think by doing this and by documenting myself, I'll be able to kind of see some improvements. Whoa, I got wiped out there. I'll be able to see some improvements. I've already seen improvements. It's my first flight. Again, I wish I would have recorded that, but I did not. But yeah, maybe I'll make a video on some of the items that I did get for my drone and what I'm missing. I don't know. Probably in a month, I'll have that. I'll have all the parts for it, or maybe sooner. I guess it just depends on how I feel in the simulator. Let's do a quick land. Right in front of my guy here. That's a good land. Anyways, thanks guys.